Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches, which are happening on Sunday, September 11th, 2022. And giving you our parlay picks, match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Our first parlay pick is Miami Dolphins vs New England Patriots. Dolphins minus 3.5 points. This line moved through and off that key number of 3 earlier in the week as the market has become enamored with Miami. I understand why there's a lot to like in South Beach this season, including a rejuvenated offense under wonderkind head coach Mike McDaniel, while Tua Tagovailoa will have 2 of the top 12 yak receivers in the league by his side in Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. On the other side, there are massive questions about the Patriots offense, which seems to be devoid of high-end talent. The number prevents this from being a 3-star play, but I think Miami gets it done in week 1. Our second pick is Atlanta Falcons vs New Orleans Saints. Under 42.5 points. The under also makes a lot of sense in this spot. On the New Orleans side, plenty of factors point toward a conservative game plan. Winston hasn't played in a long time following the ACL tear, and he also missed a good chunk of training camp with a foot injury. The Saints tried to keep him in check and never really turned him loose even when he was fully healthy, and now he's playing for a head coach in Allen who is a defensive mind. Expect to see a heavy dose of Alvin Kamara in the ground game. Atlanta's defense has more talent than most people realize, and I expect them to make strides in their second year in Dean Pees' system. On the flip side, the Saints are absolutely stacked on defense. Their defensive line, in particular, anchored by Cam Jordan, is one of the most impressive that I've seen in recent years. They then added both Marcus May and Tyrann Mathieu this offseason to round out an already very good secondary. Points will be at a premium in this one. Our third parlay pick is Chicago Bears vs San Francisco 49ers. Bears plus 7.5 points. The 49ers and Bears get their 2022 NFL season started at Soldier Field, and despite the concern around Chicago's ability, they could keep things close against San Francisco. The Bears went 6-11 last year, with head coach Matt Nagy fired at the end of the season before an exodus of players took place, with Khalil Mack and Allen Robinson among those leaving the team. The new-look Bears roster under coach Matt Eberflus has a lot to prove, but Robert Quinn, Roquan Smith and Eddie Jackson should at least keep the defense performing to a high standard. As for the offense, Justin Fields showed flashes of brilliance towards the end of 2021, and there is every chance he can take a big step forward with a full season under his belt. The 49ers enter the season after an NFC Championship appearance, but do so with Trey Lance now the starting quarterback. Lance started just 2 games last year, with one being against the lowly Texans, and he certainly left a lot to be desired. There is every chance he will take a while to overcome the nerves and pressure of being the top QB in San Fran, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo still hanging around. Even with Mack gone from Chicago, this Bears defense is still a force and should give Lance and the 49ers offense all that they can handle. This game is expected to be low scoring, indicated by the over-under line being set at 41.5, and a game in which points are at a premium benefits the Bears getting a touchdown head start. San Francisco is expected to win this game, but Chicago should be able to keep this one within a touchdown. Our fourth pick is Carolina Panthers vs Cleveland Browns. Under 41.5 points. Baker Mayfield will not shy away from the spotlight this weekend and has no doubt been dreaming of recreating his famous 66-59 win for Oklahoma against Patrick Mahomes' Texas Tech in 2016 when the Panthers meet the Browns on Sunday. Scoring 66 points seems a tall order when you've got Myles Garrett rushing at you all afternoon, though, and the Charlotte showdown overall could be subdued in terms of scoring. The Browns may well become a more free-flowing offense when Deshaun Watson is leading it. That was the whole plan behind making the controversial move, after all, but for now expect them to keep things a little more circumspect as Jacoby Brissett finds his feet in the interim QB role. Running Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt all afternoon and keeping the clock moving could be both a smart way to win and to keep the score down. Similarly, the Panthers will want to remind themselves of what can happen when they feed Christian McCaffrey at every opportunity. That makes more sense than challenging a talented Cleveland secondary. Defenses could be on top with both offenses getting used to their new QBs, so take the under. Detroit Lions vs Philadelphia Eagles. Lions win plus 4.5 points. Can Dan Campbell actually turn things around in the Motor City, or are the Detroit Lions destined for another season of ineptitude? We'll have a lot clearer picture after their Week 1 matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Lions are a big home dog, and if there's one thing we know about a Campbell-coached team, it's that they aren't going to roll over. They'll come out fired up for the home opener, and at the very least should be able to keep this one within the number. When you dig into the numbers from last season, there are reasons for optimism surrounding this Jared Goff-led offense. In the first half of the year when Anthony Lynn was calling plays, Goff in the passing game struggled mightily. Philadelphia's defense, which is the strength of the Eagles, is led on the front line by ends Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat, while veterans Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave will be the two starting tackles. Philadelphia's linebacker unit is led by TJ Edwards in the middle, flanked on either side by Hassan Reddick and Kizar White. The offseason acquisition of Reddick will improve an already strong defense for Philadelphia. The Eagles have one of the NFL's best quarterbacks in Darius Slay. The Detroit Lions will have Jared Goff under center. Last season in 14 games, Goff passed for 3,245 yards with 19 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. D'Andre Swift will be the lead running back and last season rushed for 452 yards with 2 touchdowns, but played only 13 games due to injuries. Josh Reynolds will be one of the feature wide receivers for Detroit and last season caught 19 passes for 306 yards and 2 touchdowns. Detroit's 4-3 defense is led up front by ends Aiden Hutchinson, a rookie taken as the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft, and Charles Harris. The two starting tackles are Michael Brockers and Alim McNeil. Detroit's linebackers will have Alex Anzalone in the middle, flanked on either side by Derek Barnes and Chris Board. Jeff Okudah earned a starting job at one cornerback during the preseason and will play opposite Amani Oruwariye. Not too surprising for a conservative run-first coach like Lynn. After Campbell relieved Lynn of his play-calling duties during the bye week, Detroit's air attack improved dramatically. This team also plays much better in front of their home crowd. The Lions quietly won each of their last 3 home games last season, scoring at least 29 points in all 3 of those contests. They only lost one home game after the bye week when Lynn gave up his play sheet, and even that loss was by only 2 points. I'm not as gung-ho about Philly as many in the media are, and I'm still far from sold on Jalen Hurts as a passer. There's also a revenge angle here, since the Lions got embarrassed by the Eagles by a score of 44-6 when these teams played last season.